Hey, good evening, everybody. JD here, going solo tonight. And my chat's not working. I see it's working for Brian. Good deal, Brian. Dang, I don't know why it's not. Appreciate. Hey, what's up, my fellow MV? Sorry, Brian. The chat wasn't. I'm gonna have to try and. I see it's coming through, but I can't get it on the side here, which is weird. So, you know what? Hell with it. I'm gonna just leave that off, and I'll read you guys coming up live here. Josh, what's up? Good evening, Eric Newman. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you guys joining me. I don't know how many people are going to have tonight. Nice. Well, we got a tornado warning here in Bismarck now, but nice warm evening. Um, Party on the prairie or whatever they call it out there in New Salem starting tonight. So I got my, you know what I think about that? Right here. Good evening, One Shot Cap. You're a patriot, man. Love seeing you on here. I'll tell you what we're going. We're going to go over tonight, guys. June gun sales. Did we hit a million? I know we go over that every month. Did we hit a million? I mean, it was projected to go down and not. Luth AR, I think Randy Luth owns that. He used to own DPMS, but he owns it's like an AR. That's kind of a gun company. They make stocks and all that kind of stuff, accessory company. Their title sponsor for the Sturgis Gun Rally, which is going to be down at the motorcycle rally there in Sturgis next month. And July, I think a lot of our listeners might know this. That's a big month for antler growth here in North Dakota and for velvet bucks. We're going to talk about that, how much Dr. Deer, this deer scientist, thinks they're going to grow. And I just, got another one. Or basic, what's your basic like 3-gun battery here? And you're just your average one, not like, your shit hit the fan one, but just your basic 3-gun rifle, pistol and shotgun here just for North Dakota. We're going to go for North Dakota, kind of the upper Midwest kind of thing, because it can maybe differ for, for regions or for home defense or for, hunting, stuff like that, mountains, plains, swamps. We're going for 3. What's your basic 3-gun battery for North Dakota? Got mine. It's in my head. Happy Ending Chronicle, of course. Got a good one tonight here. I'm laughing because I got a kick out of when I read the story, but yeah, love that. Everybody's jumping on. Just bear with me a second, everybody. I gotta share some of this. Like when everybody's on, we all know this. I say this all the time, but for newer viewers, I gotta go on and share this stuff to different parts of the social media. Because if you don't, nobody's gonna. I mean, they tell you they don't know. I mean, people who watch the show forever. We're going to be next month. Clay and I are going to be 3 years in, but there are people who watch and listen to us that long. Oh man, I totally forgot you're on. You should send me something. Should I? I mean, and we're working on doing. Clay and I are working on doing a deal where you get just people get text messages or emails. I think text is better. People always got that damn phone on them, right? And it's going to tell them when we go live. I don't know why this damn overlay is not. The overlay is working, but my main chat thing in here. So I don't know why that's not working, guys. It's so yeah, still not working. I don't know. I tell you what, when I went live, I accidentally double clicked the damn thing, so I probably effed it up. But Josh has been following. God, see, I can't see the whole damn thing unless it's on the side here. Been following along. Oh, been following along for over two of the 3 years. Josh, I appreciate that. The top comment I'm not going to be able to read unless this chat thing gets its crap straightened out for me. But it's still, I'm getting the death spin on it. So yeah, if I don't get your guy, God, that's annoying. I wish I could get this thing off of here, but I can't. So, all right, appreciate that. Yeah, Josh been a lot of guys on here just first commenting here have been with us for this whole time. So let me share. Let me do a little Facebook quick here, guys. I'm going to share our live here to our story, and then we're going to get right into the stuff here. I got to tag everybody here too. I know this sucks when you're watching and I got to do this, but it's just something I got to do, man. It's something I got to do for people to remind them. I know I mean, if you think it's annoying, imagine how annoying it is for me and Clayton having to do this after 3 years. I mean, it really sucks actually, but you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna share this to my personal page. Axe Hondo shared. Appreciate that, brother. Matter of fact, Axe and I are gonna be doing a little gun review here, which we'll talk about later. We'll hit later coming up this weekend, and Axe and the wife are gonna be coming out on the pontoon with me Saturday. We're gonna have a good day. That's after we're gonna do That's after we're going to do the gun thing, do the gun review, which I'll tell you, like I said, what's going to be. All right, got all this crap as far as I'm gonna go. If if nobody else knows around who should know, screw it. Um, don't appreciate that, but let's hit it. JD Clay. Actually, you wonder where Clay is tonight? This goddamn. Clayton he's bailing. He's got to take care of some hay and stuff. I wanted to see a brother Leon Francis there from 2A701 wanted to come on. He still has stuff going. He was down there in the tornado in Enderlin. Axe went down there and helped him clean up. And so, hey, no biggie. I have no problem going solo. My mic working all right, guy? Because sometimes it doesn't. It's happened a few times. I don't. So I hope it is. If it's not, if I sound weird, you guys let me know. But let's get into it here right away. Right away after I dinked around for 8 minutes. All right. So for 69 months, we've had 1 million gun sales a month. It's been more than that because, as you know, when they adjust it they remove gun permits and rechecks. They haven't adjusted. Sounds good, Josh says. Thank you, Josh. So, and usually in the summertime the sales drop, and we got Trump in there, so a lot, rightfully so. You shouldn't really have to worry about your Second Amendment rights a whole lot. Brian says sounds good. Thank you, Brian. Are you and the wife back, Brian? I know I saw a picture. You guys look like you were somewhere again. If you're still on vacation, or are you back in Dickeyville there? So, despite the drop, there's a drop in sales, and last month only had 30 days, right? We Americans still picked up a lot of guns last month, just topping the 7 figures, which I'll tell you about. And I was part of that. I bought 2 guns I got 2 guns, and I bought them both from Little Angry Man Arms down there from John. Down South Dakota. Got a good deal on those, and but at least last month, at least 1,909,294 federal background checks were processed through the Federal Bureau of Investigation's NEEKS background system in June of 2025. So when you adjust that for their numbers, like I said, and you take out the gun permit checks and rechecks, the adjusted figure still stands at 1,004,986. It's a drop about 5% compared to June 2024 National Shooting Sports Foundation adjusted NEEKS figures. Back then were 1,059,037. So I mean it's a drop, but it is pretty close. It's doing good there. And again, like I said, did it obviously 70 months in a row. We passed that 1 million in a month, and in spite of Democrat controlled scumbag blue states trying to enact all their freaking gun control. I mean, it didn't slow them down. Clay and I talk about it a lot, and Clay talks about it Friday on Mitchell in the morning. By the way, you guys go back. I posted it on I think on our X page and our Facebook, and if you're on our Telegram, July, when the heck was it? July 2nd? No, 3rd, July 3rd. I was on with Michael Bell and Todd Mitchell there for about 45 minutes on K-Flare. We got the podcast of that on a link to that. And Clay was on for the full 2-hour show there Monday with Michael Bell and Todd. Great show with the guys there. Had a lot of good information. A very entertaining show. Check that out, guys. And like I said, Clay's going to be on again Friday here with Todd coming up. So if you missed him today, you can catch him Friday with Todd. And if you get a little dead spot here with me for a couple seconds because I'm taking a shot of my Coors Light here. Oh, tastes great on these hot days. So even though I'm in an air-conditioned room here. Like I was telling you about at the beginning of the show here, Luth AR, I think, like I said, I think that's Randy Luth, who used to own DPMS. Announced they're the title sponsor of the Sturgis Gun Rally, which is to create the ultimate crossover event, which they claim here for firearm owners and motorcycle riders alike. They say, if you're well, you'll see what you can see. Maybe if you're if you got a business in the firearm industry here, we're calling on firearm manufacturers, part suppliers, tactical gear makers, and all industry players to exhibit at the 85th annual. So yeah, this is the 85th annual down there in Sturgis motorcycle rally, which is going to happen August 1st through the 7th this year, 2025, at the high traffic. And I don't know, I've never been. I've been through Sturgis a few times, but not in depth. um, High traffic Liberty lot located off I-90, exit 30, 2651 Whitewood Service Road down there in Sturgis. They say this is your chance to tap into a massive targeted audience of gun owning bikers with. Do they like to be called bikers? Because I mean, they're motorcycle clubs, but I don't know, bikers. I mean, I don't know. I always thought they some of them didn't really care for that, but I mean, what I don't think it hurts their feelings. But targeted audience of gun-owning bikers with expendable income, ready to shop, interact, and experience the best of what the firearms industry has to offer. Vendors will benefit from prime street and highway frontage, perfect for maximum banner and flag exposure. Yeah, well, maybe they want to hang up a GAT701 flag for the boys. To drive foot traffic and engage attendees, the Sturgis Gun Rally will host massive on site freebies, including 85 firearms, 850 parts and accessories, and 8,500 pounds of ammo. And they got some rally demographics here. 85th, they estimate 700,000 attendees. I imagine former Governor Noam, now Secretary DHS Secretary Noam will probably be attending there and driving. She can drive a motorcycle pretty good, really. I mean, she's a small lady, but she's a ranch chick, so she's probably strong as a frickin', as a horse. But yeah, she's got her Harley there. 68% likely there the attendees own a firearm. I'd probably agree with that. 29% age demographics here. 29% of them 25 to 44. 37, 45 to 64 years old, and 18% 65 and older. 60% male, 40% female. That's pretty good. 40% female. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that if somebody would ask me. So the biggest demographic, um, yeah, 45 to 64. Average income of the attendee there, 84,000. 25% of them the income 100 to 150,000. So, yeah, I mean, most people I know go there, they are right there, 84 to 100. Average stays 3 days. Average shopping spree, $1,500. So, spending some pretty good coins. That's just on shopping. And then if you get all the money they spend on booze and the strip joints, and they're doing pretty good, man. One Shot Cap says it's good to see all these gun sales, but how do we know they're not getting in the wrong hands like the nut jobs ambushing ice agents? That's a great question, Cap. And I've said that, all these, yeah, I mean, the NRA and the gun owners, they're all guilty of, oh, we need to get in these other people to own guns. And I've always been of the thought process that no, we don't. We don't need to do that. And if a civil war ever does come to fruition, there's just more of these dipshits who are going to know how to use guns. I think Democrats just ban themselves from owning freaking guns, in my opinion. Brian says we're homing. All right, Brian, thank you. I'm glad you made it back, buddy. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Cap. I don't. All right, it's everybody's right, JD. They own guns, but they vote for people like Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Obama, Bill Clinton that constantly ban guns, and they never stop banning guns. But yet they own guns, and worse. And we got people on our side. Yeah, yeah, everybody should own if they own. No, no. Democrats shouldn't own. They shouldn't own a freaking. What the hell's the word I'm looking for? Paintball gun or something. No, because they try to. Their party is constantly trying to ban them. They're all happy about it. They think we're going to have a revolution and attack our ICE agents, who are doing God's work, getting the illegals out of here who can't stand our country, and waving with their country's flag over ours. And well, not now. Did you guys? I don't know if any of you guys seen this down in Mexico. They're having big riots. They don't want people coming down there who don't speak English and assimilate to their culture. I mean, can you have anything more dripping with irony than that? Maybe you guys down there will understand why the hell we don't want illegals here. Okay, I mean, didn't even bother. I mean, but the thing is, when they did their big it was more of a riot, not a rally, because they destroyed goddamn businesses. They're so proud of Mexico that they went out and destroyed all their businesses. Makes no sense to me. Eric says, Coors, LOL, I'm drinking a dark beer. Founder's dirty bastard. So, hey, I'd even give that a chance because I like the sound of that. Yeah. So my chat still ain't working. Like I said, if it's got to pop up, guys, it's got to come up on the overlay here, or I'm not going to be able to see it. So if I don't get to your comment right away, or if I miss one, I can't go back to the damn thing. It really is annoying. I don't know if something I did. I don't think so. Like I said, I accidentally double tapped the go live button. So shit, maybe I did screw it up. If I did, I apologize. Evening, Corey says, evening, fellow MVEs. All right, tell you what, I'm definitely not going 2 hours tonight, guys. We're going to go to our first break here, which is just our main sponsor, the Big Hammer, the Big D swinging in the room. And I'm gonna do a Claytas. I'm gonna go with the old first ad that we had here. We come back. We're gonna hit on this July, according to this guy here, Zoom month for deer antler growth. We'll be back shortly. First ad here, our main sponsor, Lauer Auto Repair, right here in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Stop in at Lauer Auto Repair. They're located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota, or give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can tackle any problem your vehicle is having, and when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with the Pro Second Amendment America First Repair Shop. There's plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area, but why take the chance of patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake, Lauer Auto is your Pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them you heard they're a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our Pro Second Amendment, Pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308, located at 309 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota.
Absolutely. And I implore you, please support our sponsors. We can't do this without them. And hey, why wouldn't you want to support a great Second Amendment sponsor who supports a show like this, who's not only defending your rights, but we advocate for it. Not only your Second Amendment rights, your hunting rights, your shooting rights. And we're going to talk about some, speaking of hunting, right now. We got July coming here. And we got so this guy's saying July is the Zoom month. This guy's name's Dr. Grant Woods. He says velvet antler, and I'm by no means a Wayne Muth here, so bear with me. Okay, Brian says we're in Colorado at the Renaissance Festival. Good time had. Well, Brian, you got to fit right in, man. You got to send me a picture of your Renaissance outfit down there, man. You should be carrying around like that big hammer like they had on Conan the Barbarian. Right? Rexor Thorgrim had that sucker. Anyway, velvet antler is the fastest growing mammal tissue in the world. In midsummer, each beam and tine might grow a 1/4 inch per day, which that's pretty. I always thought it was an inch, but I mean, a 1/4 inch per day is still, that's pretty awesome. The process is driven by the buck's hormones, photoperiod, which I don't know what that is, and the availability of good forage. Yeah, I was just trying to pump my buddy John up. He's got a muley buck tag in our unit. Lots of not barley. What's the word? What the heck's the green or the yellow? Yeah. Anyway, I told him that makes big deer antlers grow. Corey, 3 hours it is then. LOL. Good evening, Eric Glosser. Glad you could join us, buddy. Haven't seen it. Hope you're having a great summer, man. What's Eric Newman? You ever tried to pick up at Axes and you couldn't hack it? You tried? Oh, I tried it up at Axes and I couldn't. Okay. Woo. Yeah. I mean, if I'm just having one of those, I probably could, Eric. But after the multiple drinking I've done that day and then drank that dark one, that was rough, man. So barley, not bar. Never mind. I can't think of the name. Anyway, according to Missouri whitetail scientist Dr. Grant Woods, who I mentioned, a buck's rack will have developed most of its points by mid-June, and most of the beam length will fill in by late June into early July. So yeah, they're not. I mean, if they're a 4x4 or 4x3, that's probably what they're going to be. Beam length not getting any bigger, which I got one, not bad. I mean, on the camera, it makes them look bigger, but Those are general rules, but the growth of individual racks can vary. Some bucks will show decent antler growth early, while others will add a bunch to their rack during July, which he says is the Zoom month. Zoom month right now. Fast growing velvet antlers have a complex system of blood vessels that cause them to be hot to the touch. There is so much blood carrying protein and minerals to a buck's antlers that even a small rack is easily detected by thermal imaging devices, which he talks about. Right, it's kind of cool. I guess I never thought of this. I'm not. I'm not a huge thermal guy. I know a lot of people love it. I'm just. I don't know. It's. I don't know. It's just something I'm not that into, I guess. He said that's why I'll do a lot of night scouting with the thermal monocular this month, monitoring the antler growth and movement of my target bucks, my target lake bucks. Okay, out of this lake there. Okay, I use the thermal optic primarily for predator hunting, but it doubles nicely for deer scouting on sultry July and August nights. I know, like Eric, he's a thermal guy. Eric, you do any deer scouting? Because deer out at night, freaking all the time. So I mean, you can drive shit. That's when you probably see most big bucks in the ditch and shit. It's they're nocturnal creatures. So see here. August, velvet winds down. Sometimes during the first 10 days of August, velvet antlers begin to turn from soft and pliable to hardened bone. A buck's antlers will change from looking swollen and bulbous at the tips. We still talking about antlers. Um, at the tips of the tines to a more normal and streamlined diameter. Once this changes in appearance occurs, the buck won't add much more beam or tine growth. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much over when you see them like that. By the middle of August, most of the antlers growth for the year is done. Sometime between September 1 and 15, bucks shed the velvet and the fun begins. I got a velvet buck. He's mounted a whitetail. I would much rather have him hard antler, but no, I understand people love. Hey, trust me, if a big muley comes around this year and he's in velvet, it's going to cost me another $100 because I'm getting him mounted. With the fur off the racks, bucks are ready to preen and spar in anticipation of the long-awaited rut, and we're ready with our bows to get out there and get after them. So yeah, if you got a nice buck on your camera, he he's about to kick ass here in July, according to Doctor Deer there down in Missouri. So that's awesome. Canola. No, you make hay out of this stuff. I can't believe I'm having a blank on this shit. It's yellow and it's all over. You make hay bales. Clover, sweet clover. That's what it was. Because I see a lot of clover this year, so I was getting them giddy. I said, man, when there's clover, there's huge freaking mule deer around, man. It makes you, yeah. For all I know, it does, but I don't know. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it gets a freaking giant too. That'd be freaking. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be awesome. Hopefully I get one at the crossbow, man. It'd be awesome. So got through these first ones I was telling you guys about. Like I said, if you got on a little late here, appreciate everybody. Corey Merriman, just a tip. Yeah, just a tip. I mean, in his bulbous, I mean, if you don't get it in time, that bulbosity goes down. Eric Lauser says the thermal hunting season goes from the last week in November through March. Yeah, I'm saying, Eric, do you ever scout deer? Okay, you can't scout with thermal. Oh shit. Okay, I'm sorry, man. It's just coming up. You can't scout with thermal in North Dakota. Okay. I did not know that. Good thing if I didn't buy a monocular and I'm out there looking around. And Eric Newman says 1/4 inch a day equals 2 inches a day on a 4x4. Each point should grow at the same rate. All right. Awesome. Good info, Eric. Eric's got Grizz's taxidermy down there in South Dakota. So, yeah, awesome. I am amazed how fast them deer grow. I always, in my mind, if I see one like the next season, if they make it through, in my mind, they grow like another 20 inches. I mean, to me, that's like the average. Like if you got a 150, it's going to be around 165, 170. But I mean, I could be all freaking full of shit too. So hang on a second here. Hang on. Mm. Oh, that didn't taste like dark beer. That tastes like nectar. Right there, Eric. So, I said we're going to talk about what's your basic 3-gun battery for North Dakota, and I'm saying that like rifle, pistol, shotgun, and I'm saying North Dakota. Why North Dakota? Because if you live in the mountains, if you live in freaking Idaho, it's probably different. And if you live down in Georgia in the woods or something, it's different. In North Carolina, I mean, we could break this down to urban and rural and all that shit too. But I'm just saying, generally, if you had just 3 guns you were going to get, what your 3-gun battery be? I can tell you my number one. And I mean, I'm kind of going more towards bolt action with the detachable AR mags for the simple reason that they're a lot quieter than an AR. But 100% if they're like you can have three guns, one each. I'm taking an AR-15, which I got already. I got my Bloodline Kinetic 701 rifle. That's perfect for me. That would do. I can. Oh well, you can't hunt with that, JD. Yeah, I can easily with the right bullet kill a deer at 200 to 220 yards with that muzzle velocity at 2850. No, I'm not worried about that one bit. So I would definitely go. I'm definitely going. What what about us in South Dakota? Hey Corey, add that in there, man. You want to do it? Go for it, man. That's what I said. I'm just doing it just for North. Okay, Upper Midwest. How's that, man? I might even include Eastern Minnesota in that one, but so yeah, my rifle for sure. That's 100% going to be an AR-15, and I'm just saying like all around gun. Like I said, we can break this down into more shit in other shows, but right now we're going all around. When we can go shit hit the fan 3-gun down the road too, and hunting 3-gun. But all right, and pistol. I mean, like I said, I already got my rifle. I got my 701 rifle from Bloodline. Pistol. I already got my pistol, man. It's a 9 millimeter, Gen 2 Smith and Wesson M&P 5-inch barrel. Yeah, I want that 5-inch barrel. It makes it shoot so awesome, and the muzzle velocity is better, killing power is better with that. I'm not hunting with a pistol. That's self defense. That's pretty much defensive, which would be perfect for me. All right, Corey says Savage 99 and 243. He's down South Dakota. Glock 23, 40 cal, and the Mossberg 12 gauge. A pump, Corey? Mossberg 12? You going pump, auto loader, or double barrel on that one, or single? Eric says 357 revolver. Eric's down South Dakota too. 357 revolver, 20 gauge Remington 870, and it's covering it up here. I'm guessing Eric's going with his 223 bolt action. We'll see when it drops. Oh, 300 Rem Ultra Mag. All right, man, awesome. Brian's going. I'm gonna wait until Brian's comment. My shotgun. I'll tell you what. I don't even own a shotgun anymore. You guys, that's kind of crazy, right? But I can tell you what my shotgun would be. Just for basic, right? Not shit hit the fan. Um, man, I thought about this one. I think I'm just gonna go with like a pump. I'm gonna go with a pump 12 gauge. Probably Remington 8. Is Mossberg or Remington? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that Mossberg. They got that new Mossberg. That thing looks like a freaking AR and it's a pump. Looks freaking badass. I'd go, oh shit, you gonna hunt with that? Yeah, I hunted with a collapsible stock of my 870 before in a pistol grip. I mean, I wasn't any better or worse than it worked good. So that's what I'd go with AR-15, M&P 9 millimeter 5-inch barrel Gen 2, and the Mossberg pump 12 gauge. I'd go with for sure. I think for your basic every need, spread it out over everything, hunting, self defense, whatever you need. I think I'd have that covered with that. I mean, you just can't beat an AR-15 for versatility. Corey says pump. All right, Corey, thanks. You can't beat an AR-15 for like versatility. Yeah, I know when you're running with a cannon, it does kind of suck. They get dirtier and they're not as quiet as a bolt gun. But God, they're so versatile for everything, man. I love AR-15s. Yeah. Brian Warner says AR-15, 870 XDM 5.25 inch 9 mil. Yeah, that's right, baby. Yeah, go with that long barrel. If you shoot handguns at all, I mean, if all you ever had was like a concealed carry one, you get a 5-inch barrel, you feel like a Jedi with that thing, man. Because it shoots so smooth, and you reach out, and your trigger pull doesn't mess with your action as much. You could just drill shit with it. It's freaking awesome. I love my 5-inch barrel 9 millimeter. And the recoil on it, not that a 9 has a bunch of recoil, but the recoil is like a kitten, right? Josh says, have to have my Hellcat. And what do you 7mm08 and my Savage Model 24, which is 22 meg over and under 410. Josh was shooting out at the range. What's your Hellcat, Josh? Is that a 9 or a 40 or a 380? What do you got with that? I wouldn't mind that. Like if we, Axe and I did that 30 super carry. I was a fan of that thing, man. It did some good damage, and it was in a Smith and Wesson. I think not a bodyguard, whatever it was, but yeah, it shot real good for us, and I enjoyed that. 9 millimeter, Josh says. All right, one shot cap says he's got the 270 BAR Ithaca six. Whoa, he's blowing 16 gauge out on it. Sweet. I'm not a bad choice, though, right? 16 gauge. I wonder why that disappeared. Really. Um, I know my grandpa, my great grandpa, around the 16s were a lot more popular. Kind of in between that 12 and 20, which that's not a bad idea. And my buddy Wyatt's got that 28 gauge, which that thing would be pretty badass too, and way better than a four. I mean, I like 410s too, but that 28 gauge is far superior to a 410. I mean, they kind of look the same, the shell, but it's not. It's not. The 28 gauge will kick the shit out of a 410. But a 410 is cool, man. I love a 410 for like if we go strictly home defense. Yeah, 410. Oh, maybe we'll do that, man. I like doing stuff like maybe we'll do like your 3 gun battery for home defense or something, or just for straight hunting or shit. It'd be fun talking. Now we'll do it. We'll definitely do that in the future. Eric says I have a 10.5 inch barrel on my 454 Castle. Holy shit. Oh man, yeah, that thing's got to have a damn big amount of recoil on that. John Regal says, got to get a judge for 410. Yeah, I shot a judge and the governor. John, I think I like the governor better. It had a longer barrel, but I don't know. I'm not trying to bang on Taurus, but I just think that was a better just the quality of it seemed like a better build to me, like a better piece of machinery. Eric Newman says 243 AR and 9 mil Sig 226, and our scanner's covering up his last one here, and I still can't do the comments when it pops up here. There we go, 12 gauge 870, perfect, perfect. Love that. Yeah, hard to beat that 872. I mean, I know the 870 they make. They make that one too, with the detachable mag. But man, I said the Mossberg ones, and Axe has that. It's that cheap like semi-auto we got, man, and we ran that thing out there, and it just nothing jammed in it. It blew my mind how good that thing ran. Uh, John Regal says, I'm white, so I'm used to short things. Yeah, I know a lot of us guys ain't Johnny Holmes, man. It's the way it is. Sucks, but Josh says my boy has a Springfield model 1929 16 gauge single shot break action. We had to get the chamber length and to shoot 2 3/4 inch shells in it. I dig single shot shotguns. I don't know about you guys. I know double barrels are awesome too, but single shots. When I first, not when I first, but when I was actually, God, I want to say like maybe not like my peak pheasant hunting time, but I was close, man. I had a single shot 12, and I think that thing had like a 28-inch barrel, and man, I love that thing because I could reach out and get them birds with that thing so good. I mean, yeah, I missed some doubles with the single shot, but it was so light to carry and handy. I mean, some of them single shots you get the trigger or the not the trigger, the the hammer. God, when you pull that thing back, it's just freaking hard. I don't know why that is. They just got. I'm like, I mean, I remember when I was a kid and somebody gave me one. I was like, how the freaking hell am I going to cock this when a bird gets up? It was insanity. Doug Thompson, 6 ARC AR, SIG 320 XTN. Ah, man, and something pump 12 gauge. When it drops down there, Doug, I'll get that. Yeah, pump 12 gauges, and I mean, it's so reliable, right? I mean, I think I've had a couple. I think there were some Turkish ones that I've ran across that, but I mean, for the most part, a pump as fast as you can let that. Even semi-automatics now we're getting so good in shotguns that I'm not even really too concerned. Like I said, Axe had that one, and I was looking at it, it had a detachable mag, and I don't know what he got it for, like 200 and something bucks on a special there, and I was like, this thing's gonna freaking be jamming all the time. And they ran bird shot and slugs and 5 shot and buckshot and everything, and just crushing the steel with it, man. And it just ran over there. It was cool, man. It looked cool. It shot good, and it was awesome. Josh says pump shotgun is hard to beat, in my opinion, for sure. Corey says, got a sweet Mossberg over and under silver reserve I use for trap. Yeah, nice shotguns for sure. I always forget that Mossberg makes those, and I know people who do have those. They are nice shotguns. I mean, but every time I think of a Mossberg shotty, it's always a freaking pump to me for some reason. Luke says, Remington 7400 280 rim, Woodsman 22 long rifle, and then Mossberg, my thing's covering it up, 12. I'm going to assume a 12 gauge. Luke seems like a 12 gauge guy to me. There's not too many guys that are 410 or 20 gauge guys. I don't know why the 20 gauge is quite effective. I'm not really sure why a lot of people don't. I think like my my boss and my friend, I think his kids use they're big duck hunters. I think they use semi-auto 20 gauges, and man, they love those things. So, and I'm not a duck hunter. I went duck hunting twice. Apologize, I'm not big into duck hunting, but yeah, they freaking love them. So I don't think there's any problem with the 20. And I mean, other than the 12 gauge, 20 gauge ammo is pretty damn prevalent, right? And then choices for them too. So that's when, I mean, I had the 410. I tried to bird hunt. I hadn't bird hunted in years, and I think I took 2 shots. I didn't hit nothing. I put a hole in the sky with my buddy Wyatt's double barrel, nice little shotgun, and we had fun blowing some shit up with it. But all right, tell you what, guys, we're at 8:40. Like I said, it's not going to be a 2-hour show tonight. So we're gonna take our big break here for all our sponsors. Come back, and guess what? I'll tell you guys what I did last night. Yep. Did a little rattle can. First time I ever did it. Learned some things. I'll let you know if it was a complete failure, and I'm pissed because they were 2 brand new rifles, not expensive ones. If I had all right, we'll talk about it when we come back. It was a good experience. We'll talk about it when we come back. We're doing our big ad here, guys. Thanks for hanging with me. JD, Guns in the 701. Clayton's making hay, doing God's work. We'll be back here shortly.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where memories are engraved.
Hey, we're back. JD here. Just going solo tonight. Han Solo and the Wookiee. Over here, got the Wookiee. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know what that is. Appreciate everybody watching, everybody out there, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, X. Appreciate you guys. Hey, we got pretty decent live crew here watching, considering the weather got shitty. I guess Bismarck got some hail. I got a picture from my wife there, but I didn't see it falling down here. So hey, I'm good. My vehicle's in the garage anyway. Okay, so Luke did say he's a Mossberg 20 gauge. All right, awesome. Duck hunters are hooked on quacks as one shot cap. Yeah, I like I said, I duck hunted a few times, and it's just not my thing, man. I apologize for that. Waylon Turnus getting in, I appreciate it. Late's better than ever, Waylon. Appreciate you coming on, buddy. I was just talking today. We're just about out of these koozies. Waylon's wife made it for us. Her business escapes me right off the top of my head, but I think I'm gonna have to get a hold of Kim again here. Think about changing the design on these a little bit, but we're still gonna. The orange and the red were definitely the most popular. I think I had them coyote tan ones too. They're pretty popular too. But so lots of people. Eric Newman says lots of people are saying something like the Mossberg. I had one and hated it. It was a 12 gauge Mossberg 500. That thing jammed all the time and couldn't pattern to save its life. Yeah, I had a 500 once. And the one thing that was weird about it, the trigger was like delayed on that thing. I wasn't a fan of that one, but I had my buddy Brian owns it now, actually. North Country Designs is what. Yeah, you can find them on Facebook too. Waylon Turnus' wife does. I mean, she does the mugs and all that stuff too, and all kinds of freaking good stuff. So yeah, if you're checking that out, North Country Designs, you go on Facebook. What the heck was it? It was a 12 gauge pump with a 20-inch barrel, and that thing was freaking money, man. I didn't ever think my shoulder was going to get back to semi-normal after I had them two shoulders, which I can shoot a 12 gauge now. But at the point I sold it to my buddy Brian, Maverick 20. Home defense, that thing will freaking F you up, and it holds like eight or nine rounds, and had a sling on it and a flashlight. It's a badass little shotgun. So it's yeah, but yeah, Eric, I got you. I mean, like I know people own Glocks that jam. Everybody thinks Glocks are like the freaking cat's ass, and I like Glocks too. But I'm just. Somebody's gonna think I'm a candy ass. I like having safeties on my guns. It's oh, that's what that trigger safety's for, JD. Yeah, I get that, but I like having safeties on my pistols, man. That's just the way it is. So anyway, like I'm showing you guys, did a little something. I can't show you. Did a little rattle cannon, right? I always wanted to do it, and yeah. Oh, you got a sponsor. Yeah, if I had it, and I might end up taking it to him too, and redoing. Who knows? Bloodline Kinetics does awesome work. You guys have seen the jobs they did on Clay's rifle and my rifle, his build there. If you want it done right, do it. Take it in there. it didn't even have much to have it done, but I always wanted to freaking, try the rattle can thing, right? So as I was saying earlier in the show, I contributed to the 1 million a gun month deal. I bought a couple Ruger Gen 1s from our other sponsor down there in South Dakota, Little Angry Man Arms from John Regal. Got a good deal on him, John. Good price. I shouldn't say a deal. I mean, it was just John's price, man. He had a good price on him. He's got his fair price stuff there, and yeah. So what Gen 1s? Maybe I'm weird. I like Gen 1s. That's something I don't like Gen 2 Rugers. I love Rugers, but I don't know, the Gen 1s, man. I don't have a problem with the Gen. And then Josh Patterson and I have said it before. I bought the trigger spring pin or the trigger springs and put those back in there. But yeah, I bought the 22-inch, the Predator, and I bought another 16-inch. Basically talked myself into that 16-inch ranch because my daughters freaking love shooting that thing. And it's such a good shooting little rifle too for the price. And they take AR make. So I got the camo, right, and I bought. No, I'm not getting paid for this, but I got the the Rust-Oleum here. I got the 3 cans. I got the flat, and I'll tell you guys what I learned after. When we get a little more into this, if you guys want to go ahead and contribute. And like I said, if you're just getting in, if I can't get your chat, my chat's down on here. I can see the chat, but I can't go back or see them. And if it's the top one, Clay's got her scan code up there. I don't know how to get that thing off, and I can't totally see them all the time. So anyway, I got the Rust-Oleum here, non-reflective finish. I got the sand, the OD green, and the black. I'll get into that, but I didn't use that. But but a lot of people are saying, well, the paint will fall off of the stock real fast and rub off. And I don't know, but I'm like, well, did you guys clean the stock first? Did you rub it down with rubbing alcohol? And yeah, most of them were like, no, I kind of cleaned it. And so then I kind of almost got talked into spraying it on, and then putting like this matte clear coat. I was going to do that. And then I decided to call down to, I don't know, Auto. It used to be Heatals. Talked to a young fella there, Garrett. Talked to him about it. He's like, what's your plan for it? Because they sell cans of paint there. And I said, you got like the flat dark earth? And yeah, we can make those. And I said, how much is it with the hardener in it? He's like, yeah, kind of expensive. I said, what's expensive? Let me know. I'll be the judge of that. He said, well, it's $40 a can. And I was like, it might bite me, but God, after all these years, you think I'd learn. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go with these. Whatever these were, $5 a can, Rust-Oleum ones, right? And then he's like, okay. He's like, well, he said, you know what I'd do if I was you? You need to get yourself a little plastic adhesive promoter, which I did. I bought this. I think it wasn't that much, 14 or 15 bucks. But I said, hey, all right. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll come down there. I'll give this stuff a try. Because I did buy some paint for my pickup before and did some touch. I mean, it worked good. They mixed it up. It worked awesome. So got the 3 paint, got the adhesive, came back, took everything down, rubbed it all down with the rubbing alcohol and got all the oil off it and shit. Bought a couple magazines. I did too. Taped them off just below where it locks in on the. So then I was wondering, like, what kind of camo. I was going to buy the stencils, right, and then do like the jungle camo. And I was like, sounds a little complicated for me to do on my first one. Maybe it's not, but I mean, it seemed like it was, right? I definitely Duracoated. I bought like the Duracoat cans and broke stuff down and taped them off. I've done it on ARs and bolt guns, and it works good. It did a good coating on them. I surprised myself how good of a job. And maybe it's not that hard of a job, but it wasn't camo. So what I did, I bought two camo patterns. One, I think I seen a guy on YouTube just went and bought like the fishnet stocking, or the not stocking, whatever you want to call them, leggings. And I bought the small size ones. And then I bought like these, they were like laundry bag things at Walmart for $5. And I cut them up, which I'll tell you which one I think would work better. But got that all cleaned down, stripped down, took this butt stock off, and then put like some other screws in there and hung them in my garage off of these screws off of some wire. Um, put the nylon over. Well, then in the front, the camo pattern, I would show you guys what they are, but I'm gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a video on them. And if I maybe hold up a gun stock now, these assholes will probably snipe us. But pulled it over, and in the front, well, the gun stock in the front's more narrow, so I ended up taking a couple empty, I don't know, whatever water bottles I had, jammed them down in there like in the barrel channel, which worked good. Spread it out right in the back on the stock. It spread out real nice, but I think I put 2 of them water bottles in there, and okay, it's gonna work pretty good. So I'll tell you, this adhesive, when you do it, you got to shake it for a minute and then spray it on. He said, and the Garrett said, don't overdo it. He said, put a thin coat on, and then he said, trust me, just don't overdo it. It'll work. Put a thin coat on, and then you wait, I think 3 minutes, and then you put another. It says apply 2 to 3 coats. I think I did 2 coats on each of my stocks, right? I mean, and then I was worried, like, well, isn't it that your camo stuff gonna stick? Didn't stick. He said, no, it'll dry, and it did. It dried. You rub your hand right on it. It wasn't sticky to the hand. And so I sprayed on. I had the green stock I used. I sprayed on the flat sand over the green, and my Coyote Tan one I sprayed the OD green on. I should have maybe used black on one of them, but one thing I noticed, the stockings did. I mean, when they were flat against that stock, it did do a freaking cool pattern, which it'll be in a video when we do it this weekend. It did make a cool pattern, but like when there's divots and it's not like totally against the stock, it's almost like sometimes it didn't even seem like it covered really, which I was kind of disappointed in that. But man, when it where it did work, it looks freaking pretty cool. I gotta admit that. And if you do it right, don't go like at an angle, go straight on the shit, right? If you go at an angle, it's gonna get under that mesh. I mean, not when it's flat. When it's flat against on the flat part of the stock, it didn't get under it, and it looks pretty cool. I gotta admit that. And I did 2 coats. If I did it again, I would only do 1 coat. I mean, either that or I'd go like super duper light. I don't even know if I'd do that because I got this adhesive. I think actually, if I do it again or on something else, like whatever, I don't know, a cooler or something, I would just go 1 freaking coat on it. And you don't got to go. You when you do it, you don't think like it's working. You're like, is that really camo? It doesn't really look like it is. Trust me, it is. It is. Other than, like I said, where it's like lifted off. Man, I wish I could just like if this is your barrel and where there's a bow in it, it's off of there. I don't know. I was trying to figure out a way how a guy could, and I had them hanging up, like I said, from the back, from the hooks. When I took the butt stocks off and I put different screws in there and I just hung them, which worked pretty good. The magazines, I just laid flat, and I had it was like a bigger camo pattern off of those laundry bags or whatever. That worked freaking way better. I laid them flat, and I just hit them like with 1 shot, like 1 shot cap, and hit it with 1 shot cap. They turned out pretty cool. I mean, the camo pattern's a little bigger, and kind of like a Cryptek-ish look about it. So it's pretty cool. About the paint, I mean, one thing I was disappointed. Maybe it'll hold up, maybe it won't. I'll let you guys know down the road when it's going to be in my side by side in the gun rack and getting the color. It ain't like the other coat jobs I've done. I used Duracoat, and I bought it off Midway. Midway has the cans of it. That color is way better on the stock than I think this looks, especially like the green. I was like, ugh, it's a little light for me. I would rather. So if I do it again, I'll either have the guys down there at a Heat Alls mix me up a couple cans. I mean, yeah, it's $80 for 2 of them, but I mean, shit, man, you can. I did 2 guns, and I mean, this is shit. It's like I feel like I hardly use anything out of it. And this, like this adhesion promoter, probably half of it's gone, maybe. But yeah, I would definitely buy some more expensive paint to do it with that. Um, we'll see what it looks like. As far as am I disappointed? I'm more happy with it than I am disappointed. But like I said, it's my first try. I've never so much as tried to camo anything before, right? I've seen my friends do it, and that's kind of when I watch some videos, and that's got to run. JD says, Josh, thanks, Josh. Appreciate you. Appreciate you coming back as usual all the time, buddy. You're awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you going back. And Josh says, I actually just put the M Carbo in the Ruger American I got here, and it helped out a lot. I like it better than the stocks. Yeah, that M Carbo, they're like $12 and something. They're definitely worth it to make your trigger better. But yeah, I would spend more money and get the better paint. Not that I said like I don't think this is gonna stick, but I mean I think just the color of it looks better. I can't think of the place in Wisconsin that has that Duracoat, but yeah, it's Blackhawk Coyote 10. I mean that stuff worked freaking great, and I had some OD green stuff that looked super good. But you know, I'll let you guys be the judge when we do the video. And there's a spot I did screw up on one. I tried to like go back and fix it. And when I mean a spot, it's like probably 3 inches long and an inch. And I was looking at it out in the garage, and my daughter comes out and says, "What are you looking at, Dad?" And I'm like, "I think I fucked this up." And she's like, "No, it doesn't look that bad. It still looks cool." So, all right, but if I keep looking at it, it annoys me. I will. Either I'll have Jake do it, or my dad's got a sandblaster, and I'll take it out the farm and sandblast it and do it that way. But we'll see what it looks like. Guns I got, like I said, I bought those Gen 1s going out to Dougie's Saturday and Lynette's, and we're going to do it. Oh, shit, man. We've seen 1,000 reviews on Ruger Gen 1s. Yeah, you have, and I don't doubt that, but you haven't seen me and Dougie do one. So, and that's the best ones, right? We don't just do groups, we blow some shit up and have some fun with it. And all right, break time here for a sip of my adult bevy. Coming up on 9 o'clock. Anyway, Josh, I'm gonna try. Said he's got to run. Yeah, he'll catch up on it. Everybody's jumping on here. We got some good viewers. Oh no, you guys got anything to add? Any of you guys ever did your own camo on your gun stock, on your AR or your bolt guns or anything like that? The camo thing, I would definitely say, like I said, I will definitely use those fishnet nylons again, for lack of a better term. That's what I grew up calling them. I think they call them leggings or stockings or something now. They were good. Like I said, get prepared if you're gonna do the front of it, man. And I got the small size ones, and they were so small that you have to, like I said, stick something down in there and stretch stretch out the nylon a little bit. And yeah, it looks good. Just don't overdo it. Man, when I paint shit, I always have a tendency to do that. I don't know why. I mean, I overdo it on a lot of shit. But like I said, when you hit it with one coat, don't be. I mean, you probably got it good enough. Don't shit yourself. You probably do. I overdid it, and I mean, it probably was maybe that made the colors a little different, but don't overdo it. I mean, it's definitely unique. It added a little personal touch to it. Again, if I had a more expensive firearm, I would definitely take that shit to Bloodline and have Jake do it the professional way instead of. But I had to try it once, man. You guys know what I mean. There's some things in life you just gotta freaking try. You want to do it yourself, and we'll see how it looks when I get everything put together and out in the field. So Corey says, painted my race car with a can. Yeah, my dad used to do it all the time. I don't know if you guys are friends with me on my regular Facebook page. My dad's in a Racing Hall of Fame, and I think they had a big article. I reposted it on my personal page. But yeah, shit, my dad rattle canned tons of his cars all the time, and didn't stop him from winning season championships. All right, guys, 9 o'clock. We're gonna do our last ad here. We only got one big hammer, and that's Lauer Auto Repair. So we're gonna hit that one again. In fact, since we got the single ad here, I'm gonna just go ahead and use the old school one. come back. If you guys got anything else to add here, like I said, we're going to keep it shorter tonight. We definitely aren't going 2 hours. Got anything to add? We'll do that. And happy ending, Chronicle. Got a good one for you. We'll be back in short order here.
Stop in at Lauer Auto Repair. They're located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota, or give them a call at 701-258-6308. The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can tackle any problem your vehicle is having, and when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with the Pro Second Amendment America First Repair Shop. There's plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area, but why take the chance of patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake, Lauer Auto is your Pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them you heard they're a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our Pro Second Amendment, Pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308, located at 309 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota.
Absolutely. Please support our sponsors. We ain't doing this without them. They're awesome. And hey, you're supporting people who support what you believe in. So, and I forget, guys, please make sure and hit that like button before you go. That helps us break the algorithms on here. And if you're feeling really, if you have yourself a few more of these drinks, go ahead and feel like sharing it with your friends. Go ahead and do that. And if you're new, hey, subscribe. We'd love if you subscribe. And if you only caught part of it, like Josh says, you can go out, you can catch a podcast on any platform you want. We recommend iHeart because, like I said, we're on iHeart with Michael Bell show once a month. Clay's pretty much doing the radio side now. He's on. I mean, I know I was on last week, like I told you, beginning of the show. You can catch that on go on iHeart or Facebook page there at KFYR or Dakota Mornings. Look it up. You can catch podcast on there. I listen to podcasts all the time. But yeah, this Friday again, like I said, Clay's gonna be out with Todd Mitchell, 8:15. Last Friday, of course, Independence Day. Todd was out, Clay was out. And by the way, I had a freaking awesome Independence Day. Weather was beautiful on down Lakewood there on our pontoon. Great friends tied up with us. Kids were out. Wind went down. Vice President Vance's big jet flew over with everything. A bunch of pontoons were honking the horn. People were cheering, man. The patriotism since President Trump's been in office is awesome. America, it is making America great again, man. Other than scumbags who want to attack people who are in our country freaking illegally that already broke our laws, we're getting them out. I mean, you're fucked in the head if you don't want illegals out of here. Oh, you said that. Yeah, I did say it. You are. I mean, 90% of them like that are freaking Democrats, which they were messed up in their head for probably since they were born. A lot of them there's no hope for. Anyway, happy ending Chronicle here, guys. Comes to us here around 9:40 p.m. on March 23rd. Officers from the Hardyville. I like Hardy, the singer, but Hardyville Police Department received word of an armed suspect who tried to carjack a DoorDash delivery driver before fleeing on foot in the direction of the White Hardy Boulevard. That suspect, later identified as Robert Payton, age 34, fired several shots near the Econo Lodge Inn and Suites on the way to his next carjacking. So he already did it, and the dumb son of a bitch is going to do it again, right? Zero sympathy for pieces of shit like this. Outside the Friendship Inn studios, Mr. Payton pointed his firearm at the driver of a car and fired once. So I mean, he just point at the guy's freaking sending freedom seeds at him, or degenerate seeds in his case. The driver fired several shots in return, striking the piece of shit 3 times. Payton was pronounced dead at the scene after Hardyville officers attempted life-saving measures. I mean, really, why even do that? I mean, whatever. Maybe they're just nicer people than me. I'd just be like, hold on, we'll just wait here for a minute, and they're just going to do society a favor. Reached by phone Monday, Hardyville Chief of Police Sam Woodward said his department had not yet turned the investigation over to the solicitor's office, whose personnel would have the final say in bringing forward charges. But Woodward reaffirmed that he expected the homicide to be ruled as self-defense. Yeah, I already ruled it that when I read the story, so I'm not too worried about that. And I know North Carolina's got a freaking leftist dipshit governor who just vetoed constitutional permitless carry, but their House and Senate have been flipped in recent years, and I think their governor. All right, hey, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We lost connection here. I guess we do got some kind of storm in Bismarck. Sorry about that, but we're back. We are nearing the end of the show. Usually it's 2 hours. But like I said, I'm going solo tonight. Wanted to keep it short and sweet. Had a good time. Appreciate everybody. Now we're back on here. We got our biggest audience tonight. Appreciate everybody who comes in here, even if you come in late. Make sure you hit that like button. Help us smash the big tech who doesn't like freaking guns and the people of the gun and anything that's associated with that. Help us smash their ass. Hit that like button. It only helps us out. And if you're feeling good, hit that share button. So one more time, I'll mention it. Clayton's going to be on this Friday. Next Wednesday, we'll be back. Clay's going to be back. We're still working on getting our buddy Leon Francis there from 2A701 on board with the Guns in the 701 network, doing his thing. But he's down Enderlin there after that tornado hit, so he's still getting the stuff going. He's working his job. He's busy. Clay's doing his haying thing. I think 3 weeks from tonight, I'm going to be gone. So it's either going to be Clay going solo or with somebody. I'm actually back from vacation that day, and I'm not thinking I'm going to got a long drive back from that. So I'm not feeling like I'm going to be wanting to do the live stream. I'll be listening for sure, and probably having a chillaxing beer or two listening, and I'm sure I'll be in the comments. But yeah. Other than that, guys, catch Clay again. He was on Monday with Michael Bell. Go on iHeart, catch that podcast there. If not even on iHeart, I shared all the links to it. Just go to any of our social media. The links are on that. I was on with Todd and Michael for, I don't know, about 40 minutes there on July 3rd. Had some good talk going on there. So check that out. And other than that, I don't got much else to add here, guys. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. All our thanks, JD. Take care. You too, One Shot Cap. Appreciate you. Love all our listeners coming back. And, we'll be back next Wednesday, Clayton and I. Probably be a 2-hour show. Looking forward to that. And, hey, keep your powder dry, everybody. Appreciate you. JD, Guns in the 701, 701 Nation. I'm out. We'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend. Get out and send some freedom seeds downrange. I know I will.